Welcome to Unwind the Talk Show. We are your hosts.
Hosts.
I want to say host for one episode.
You always say it.
I always say hosts.
Oh, gosh. Okay, we are your hosts.
Okay, you want me to redo it again?
No, just keep going.
Gab
and Steph. On this episode, we're talking about Mean Girls.
And I also wanted to thank Gabby.
Why we haven't recorded. And we also talk about my vacation.
Vacation from hell.
No, it was fun. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice. That's how much I'm gonna tell you that I miss you.
You sounded like Grinch for a little. Do that again.
The Grinch. No, you can't play.
I know.
Ready? Okay, take a sip.
Well, are you gonna take a fucking sip?
Well, yeah, let's do it. Oh, cheers.
Cheers. This one sucks.
It does. It's too sweet. All right. No.
Why?
CBD. Good day in my mind. Safe to take a step out. Get some air now. Let your edge out. Too soon I spoke. You be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? And off key.
Baby, babe. No.
That's really how you talk to your dog.
I don't have a dog. I
Not
gave it
anymore.
I gave it back to my baby daddy.
To your baby daddy?
It's so ghetto having a baby daddy. He cool when he wanna be.
I mean, not all the time. Let's not front in front of all these people.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. That wasn't me coming for you-ish.
Yeah, it was. So you are recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh. Yeah. We're going to talk about Mean Girls.
Yeah, we are. But before we get into that, I kind of wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh.
I know I've been a lot for you. I know I've stressed you out a lot.
You're already going to make me cry.
Am I really?
I mean, it's been a rough month.
I know. It's actually been a rough...
Well, past month.
2 months.
Yeah.
And I know I've been a lot. And I'm so sorry. I just wanted to say that. You know, like... You've been watching over me a lot. And thank you. Don't fucking cry. I'll throw something at you real quick.
Thank you for the apology. And I'm sorry that even though I've been there for you, there's also been a lot of lecturing and yelling at you and telling you to get it together when I feel like you just needed support. Because I know you're going through a lot. I'm sorry too.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, like you and a lot of people have been helping me through this. I call you guys crying at 1 a.m, blacked out drunk, and you guys are always there. Mm-hmm. No matter what's going on, you know. And I feel really bad because... Sorry. Ew, that was ugly. Because you're there for me to the point where, like, you woke Matt out of his sleep, and I'm so sorry for that. Don't cry. I hope you never go through a heartbreak. Like, I know you've gone through them, you know, but I hope that this never breaks your heart, you know?
Yeah. I don't think it was just a heartbreak, though.
It wasn't.
I think it's like a whole year's worth of, like, pain all into one.
And I never dealt with it. I still haven't dealt with it, if I'm being honest. So, it, I don't know, it all got, like, smushed together, and it was just a huge cloud over me right now.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like that song by Kendrick, We Gonna Be Alright?
We gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Well, I love you.
I love you, too. And I know we don't say it enough.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't even hug.
It's disgusting to me.
Have you ever kissed me on the cheek?
Hell no.
Do you want to kiss me right now?
How could I ever? I'm atrocious.
Bitch, you're disgusting.
I'm really not, though.
I know I am.
You're not either. No, it's just we didn't grow up being affectionate, so
I wish we would have.
I wish we would have too. No, we weren't.
Physical touch is like a huge thing to me, though. Like if I'm dating someone and they don't hug me or something, like I'm like, the fuck is up with you?
Yeah, it's because it's something you lack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of started journaling.
That's really good.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, like, the next step is definitely therapy.
I need therapy, too. I've come to the conclusion. Because every time that I drink, certain things resurface. And I think it's time for me to talk about them.
That's good.
With someone who's not going to judge me.
Yeah.
Which is something that I actually want to talk about. I wanted to talk about Mean Girls because, you know, we as women deal with mean girls at work, pretty much wherever we go, I want to say.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk in, they're judging you from top to bottom. Mm-hmm. The feeling of needing to compete, whether it's for attention or for, oh, I'm prettier than you, or you're not even pretty, like whatever it is, there's no need.
Exactly.
You know, I sometimes think that people who are mean like that, I feel like it's them projecting
their insecurities onto you.
Their insecurities, right. Have you ever worked with a mean girl?
Oh, definitely. I worked at Hooters. I worked at Whiskey Liquor Up. Those places were filled with mean girls, you know? They don't want you to do better than them. You know, I always worked with the catty women, and she's a little prettier than, not saying that I was, but I was. She's a little prettier than me, therefore I'm gonna do intentional stuff to make her feel like shit.
Yeah, and anyone who knows my sister, Steph, she's really, really pretty. Like, really freaking pretty. Like, we'll go somewhere. She's always clueless.
Because from a small age, I noticed that I was already getting judged. Because I was always a girly girl, and I was already wearing crop tops at what?
That's true.
At 15, I was already wearing crop tops, and, like, grown-ass women would, like, talk shit about me, and Mom would overhear, and she'd be like, why the fuck are they judging you? And I'd just be like, I learned to block it out. Mm-hmm. You know, I went to go get tacos with Alex one day, and there was like a little Maria sitting with her husband. And what you want me to call her?
Oh, no.
Guadalupe?
Honey. Oh.
Anyway, she was sitting with her husband, and she was just like dogging me, hella nasty. And Alex is like, well, maybe Steph knows them. And he noticed that I was just ignoring them, and I could feel her eyes just burning through me. And he was just like, yo, did you know that those people? And I was like, no. And she was like, that lady looked at you like she hated you. And I was like, well, of course she did. this ass is fat.
You're so dumb.
And her man is staring.
Yeah. I've dealt with mean girls in the.
I know you did.
Yeah, like
and yours was weird.
It was really weird, and there's always that, like, when I got to this specific store, I heard a lot of like, you don't belong here, and like, how are you gonna make it? You're so quiet. You're so shy. You know, because I do work in a sales-based job. So there's always that. When you meet someone new, you think of them as like, oh, they're taking money from me, you know? And I try not to be that way because I've been at my current job for quite some time. So I learned, like, just be nice. Just get along with people because sometimes I see them more than I see my family, you know? Well, I'm not going to create enemies in the workspace. And yeah, even people that, you know what, I didn't get along with them. I try to be that person that's just like, oh, hey, how's your day going? You know, like, there's no reason to not be kind to people. Like, I don't know what you're going through. You don't know what I'm going through. So I'm not going to make this more uncomfortable for you. And I just hope that you don't either. And I noticed that anytime I work with men, they're chill, they're cool. They don't have enemies. They're like, you know, whatever. In my case, you know, I know for you it's different.
Yeah. I think it mainly has to do with the validation of men as well. Like, that's the type of mean girl that I can't stand. If you need a man's validation over, like, a whole group of girls that are just super chill, you know, you ain't ish.
You know, I sometimes think it's also internalized misogyny. We grew up with a parent, I don't want to say who, has a very machista mindset. Like, oh, if you're a guy, do whatever the hell you want. Live your... I feel that you're the most, like, free-spirited and likes to not rebel, but I sometimes think, like, why doesn't Steph listen and just chill out? Like, what's the point of all this? But then I remember differently. We were raised differently. I had to grow up super quick. You didn't have to. So you didn't have all the responsibilities that I had where I had to mature quicker than you. And I have to remind myself, Steph is still young. I'm still young.
Yeah.
But I live this life like, you know, like I'm so old.
Yeah. You know that I have like 29-year-old friends that are like, how old is your sister? And I'm like, oh, she's just 2 years older. She's 25. And they're like, why the fuck does she act like she's 32?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's just her personality. Like, that's just her. And then they're like, and then you're night and day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm night. She's day.
We only get one life to live. Like, why am I being such a party pooper?
I don't think that you're being a party pooper. I think you just look out for us and you're always like future, 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 you know? And I'm kind of just more like, I'm going to do what's fun for me right now.
Yeah.
But I have been trying to think about my future. I have been working on that, working towards that.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Who are we to say... How would I word this?
Have you ever been a mean girl?
I'm sure I have. And then I grew up.
I know that I've been a mean girl several times. There's always a reason behind it. They fucked with you.
Oh, yeah, that's me with you.
Everyone that can sit there and say, like, I don't like her, she's rude, it's because they did something to you. And I'll be straight up. I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to be the biggest asshole to you.
Yeah.
Because you fucked with her.
No, I'm the same way when it comes to my sisters or my mom or... Yeah. But a lot of times with you.
Yeah. But I don't think a lot of people dislike me.
know if people like me or dislike me because I don't care.
Well, I really like you.
Thanks. For someone to say, oh, I don't like this person because, what would be a good example?
A good example as to why you don't like someone?
Or not even like, but you're just like, oh, I don't think she's cute.
There's only one thing. You're a hating ass person. You're just a hater. Like, and like, who are you to say who is attractive and who isn't?
See, you could be really pretty on the outside, but be really ugly on the inside. And simply by saying that, like, oh yeah, she's not cute. Especially when you're talking to a male. And you know why I think that? I think a lot of times it comes out as, or no, not that it comes out as, but it's simply you projecting, like, I have insecurities.
I think that when you sit there and you talk about someone's physical appearance, you're at an all-time low. Because you have to keep in mind, what I'm attracted to, you won't be attracted to.
Right.
So who are you to sit here and say this person is unattractive or this girl is not pretty?
Especially when it's things that they can't change about themselves. Like, if anything, we should empower each other. If anything, we should be like, hey, I really like your hair. It looks really nice on you. Hey, that makeup looks really good on you today. I love your outfit. Compliment people. And I think that the more you do, the less of a mean girl you'll become. Work towards being better. Work towards being kinder. Because what do you get out of being mean? Other than an ugly heart, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, like I said, you're not going to be into the same things that I'm into. I'm not going to be into the same thing that you're into. And not only that, you're so shallow that you're sitting here and judging another woman based off her looks. And I know that a lot of us do it. I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to lie. Like, you know, if you show me someone's ex, if you show me, you know, their new girlfriend, I'm about to be like, I don't think she's cuter.
You know, I think that's a bad habit that we
That
as
is a
women,
bad
and to make your friend or your sibling or whoever feel better, you'll say, she's not even pretty.
I will sit there and admit when they are. Like, because
I'm
really cool with one of my exes. And when he shows me, like, some of the girls that he's messed with, I'm like, oh, that one's hot. Like, good job with that one.
I'm honest, too.
Yeah.
I'll tell, even the girls Roger has dated, I'm like, yeah, she was really pretty. You know, like, I admit to it. I admit to, like, my friends' girlfriends. I'm like, yeah, I think she's... I'll tell them to their face, hey, you're really pretty.
Yeah.
Make it normal to compliment other women. Get into the habit of, hey, you know, even if you don't like something about them, compliment something you do like.
I always... Okay. So, I always get judged from my tables, you know? Especially when it's a couple, I always try to compliment the woman, like, damn, girl, I love your nails, or your hair is so cute, you know? Just little simple things like that, or like even calling her love, calling her babe, and kind of ignoring her boyfriend helps me a lot. But a lot of the times, that won't even help because I'm probably wearing a crop top or I'm probably have my boobs out or something, you know? So I end up getting a $5 tip on a $100 tab.
Yeah.
And it's the girlfriend that's tipping me.
Oh, no.
The girlfriend that I, like, gave extra attention to, you know? I'm just like, okay.
I know.
I don't know. Like, let's normalize. You're right. Let's normalize being kind to women.
To women, to anyone.
To anyone, but, like, mainly women on women instead of competing against each other.
Instead of looking at every woman as your enemy. Like, no, you don't have to compete.
Yeah.
You don't have to compete for your friend. You don't have to compete for your boyfriend. Like, for your brother, your dad like you don't. There's...
You want to get into that?
You
want to
the
get
dad?
into the dad competing with the girlfriend?
I'm not competing with the girlfriend for my dad. They could.
They could have
They could have it.
You can have him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever been us competing with dad's girlfriends, though. I think it's always been the girlfriend competing with us.
See, I feel like we're
not inviting. We're not.
I'm really nice.
You're nice, but I don't think as daughters we're inviting.
Why do we have to? Doesn't it click in your mind that maybe you should try to create a relationship? Like, no. Especially since we're all above the age, like, we're adults. They judged us from the beginning. Like, oh, you have teen moms? Ew.
Yeah, teen moms that work,
that work, that study, that have their own cars, their own houses. Like, what? Like, you're gonna judge me for being a teen mom, but not look at all the good things I've done? Like, no.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
So, you and I, beside the podcast, we have a website. It's called More Power to Us. There we share traumatic experiences, sad stories, things that we've gone through, things that people that we know have gone through. And that website was always built to empower mainly women and victims. And a month ago, a lot of people were coming after me. A group of people, like, maybe they were my ex's exes. It seemed that way because they were commenting things like, while you guys were together,
we were hooking up.
We were intimate.
Right.
And, get the fuck over it. Like, he's a dick or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there was people laughing. I saw, like, people that were like, wah, wah, wah. And, like, people that had said, like, what would... just sent rude things. There was someone that also said you jump from man to man. So, you attract whatever.
Yeah.
So there's that type of mean girl where you're like, you have an agenda to hurt other women for a man.
Especially women who are trying to do something. Women who are trying to... like you said, empower other women who are trying to
make a little bit of a difference in at least someone's life,
Yeah.
Because we've had a lot of feedback on the website and on the podcast, and there's been a lot of people that have reached out and been like, I just went through this. Like, thank you for speaking on this. Or, this happened to me in my childhood. That makes me want to speak out about my situation.
Yes, and I love that. I got messages. I still get messages. I love what you're doing. I love what you and your sister are doing because I don't think I'm ready to talk about it, or I don't know if I ever will. And not all these stories are ours.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think they're all ours, but they're not. Whoever submits a story, we do receive them via email.
Mm-hmm.
All I do is rewrite them and submit them.
Mm-hmm.
I did share some parts of me that are on that website. And that was part of my healing process. I noticed that when COVID first started back in March and we started the website around April, May, writing, I would cry. My work wasn't good. I felt frustrated and I didn't want to write anymore because I thought, this isn't any good. It's pure emotion. That doesn't make it good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took a step back and I rewrote all those stories. And not all of them, actually, just a few. I haven't written anything because February 18, I had exams. So I had to study my butt off to get A's.
Did you get him?
I got them.
Nice.
A. After my exams, me and Matt both had a cold. We ended up testing negative for COVID, thank God. I got better, and then I went on a trip to a cabin in Utah with friends and family.
That we're going to talk about in a little bit, because I want to know about the trip.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have done shrooms. That would have been the perfect time to do it.
No.
You'll still do shrooms with me one day, right?
Yeah.
You're the only person that gives me, like, these cute vibes when I'm on something. So I really like being around you.
I want to do microdosing.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want to.
And then, like, one day, if we ever make it, we'll go to Peru and do ayahuasca together.
Let's do it. I'm terrified because, man, I don't think I'm ready to face a lot of things, but we'll do it.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? The cabin?
No, we talked about why we couldn't record because you were sick, you had exams.
Yeah, and then I had the trip, so we had to prepare for that. It was really fun though. I got to reconnect with my best friends. I feel that we spend so little time together because we're all adults and we have our own lives. We hardly get to see each other. Me and Sam probably saw each other once a year. And me and Adri hadn't seen each other in 2 years.
Yeah.
Me and Yaya hardly get to spend time together. You know, it was nice to have a weekend with Roger. Roger's friends also went. And, yeah.
Did you guys have fun?
It was fun. Yeah.
I wish you would have gotten drunk. Well, you did the first night, right?
Yeah, but
it just wasn't a good experience.
It wasn't. No, I feel that, you know, I really don't remember exactly what happened, and I remember a lot of the conversation that night, but I feel that it was a little bit instigated. And by the end of the night, I was fed up, kind of just like, you know what, this isn't worth it.
Did you blow up on anyone?
No, but I wish I was sober.
Yeah.
Because there were a few people who were offending. For example, somebody spoke about the LGBT community and how they wouldn't support it, right?
Ew.
And I was like, well, how do you know that someone at the table isn't part of the LGBT community and that they haven't came out? Like, how do you know that that's not the case?
Did you say that?
No.
Oh.
I wish I had.
I wish you would have.
If I was sober, of course I would have said that. When you're drunk, you're impaired. You're not.
After this, can you give me the name of the person?
Yeah.
Okay. I could already guess who it is, but.
So that kind of upset me because I was like, you know what? It's 2021. Be open-minded.
Not only that, why do these people think they have a right to, like, say these things out loud? Like, I get it. If you want to be a bigot and you want to be closed-minded, keep it to your fucking self.
The conversation of abortion also came up. And my response would have been, well, how do you know that someone at this table hasn't had an abortion? And if you haven't, no, it's okay. I think it's important for people to, if they're going to opinionate on something like that, it's important to be sensitive, you know, to have empathy, you know. Yeah, I guess, you know, your political views jump in and you start to think, well, it's just not right. Well, okay, But how do you know that someone here hasn't had that?
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about it freely, like, I could never. It's just not the right thing to do.
There's also different circumstances in life that, like, drive you to that decision. And let's say maybe you didn't want to do it and you were forced to.
And in these people's eyes, it's only valid if you are raped.
It's only black and white.
It's only valid if you're raped.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, why would you? You're just irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. At that point, I felt like, well, what's the point? I'm not getting anywhere, because I was like, look, you can't instigate something and then push it, talk about super sensitive topics, and then be like, they're just sensitive. No. I don't know.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other person.
I think that we just, like, when we're talking about something sensitive, I think it's important to keep an open mind. I don't know, learn to shut up too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at one point, your opinions aren't important when somebody has actually gone through that, you know? And judging them isn't going to make things better.
Uh-huh. You know, sometimes I wish I was in...
I don't know. I mean, other than that, the trip was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I spent time with people I loved.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
I got to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters.
I heard that they're hilarious.
They're hilarious. Try being my size, Amy. You don't know how it feels. It's hilarious. What's the other thing she says? I'm grown. I pay my bills. That's how she says it. I love them.
That's dumb shit. During the summer, I would hang out with some of my friends, like guy friends mainly, and we would go drink, we would get drunk, and we would, there's a park across the street from Mom's. Mm-hmm. We would go, I would take them ghost hunting.
Oh, but
because I knew that park was haunted, right?
That whole neighborhood
The whole neighborhood is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would go, like, ghost hunting at 3 a.m. with these dudes. And, like, we'd end up seeing a lot of things. And, like, I took 2 people. I was like, look, we're going to go ghost hunting. And, like, I'd be in my heels and shit looking for ghosts and shit. Dude, I'm so weird when I'm drunk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I enjoy that stuff.
Ghost?
Yeah, like ghosts, paranormal. I love all that stuff. Yeah. As long as I'm not living through it.
Yeah, like The Conjuring, dude. I'd probably commit suicide.
You know that movie's like the one that freaks me out the most? Like, I could watch anything. Anything. The Exorcist. Exorcist. I could watch anything, but that.
You know the one movie that I can't get past is Mirrors. I could never watch that fucking movie.
Yeah, Mirrors was pretty bad.
Like, after watching that movie, I could not stare into the mirror for longer than 5 minutes.
Did you watch it?
No. After watching Conjuring, is it Conjuring? And I was pregnant with Violet, and my anxiety was going all over the place, and, like, I could feel her just, like, going crazy in my belly. I was like, I'll never watch a scary movie ever again. No. And I haven't watched a scary movie since.
Oh, I watch them all the time.
And that was like, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I kept talking about Slender Man while we were out there. And my friends were like, can you not? We're like in the middle of the woods. I was like, well, wait. I was like, just look out into the woods. Maybe we'll find him.
Oh, God. You're that person?
Slender Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like scary stuff.
I hate that stuff.
I went to the one that, like, you have to sign a waiver because they're able to touch you. Dude, I got my hair pulled. Like, somebody stabbed me with their long-ass, like, prop nails. They would, like, yank me, call me a bitch.
No, I hate when people touch me.
I ended up crying. Like, not even, like, 2 minutes into it, I was bawling my eyes out. And there was there was a certain word that you had to say, which I think it was protagonist. What does that mean?
It's basically the main character, which is what I am.
Okay, well, I don't think that was a word then.
Oh. Poltergeist.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it was, and I ended up fucking forgetting the safe word. So once you say the safe word, you know, they take you out. Like, you don't have to get scared anymore. I ended up fucking forgetting it. So I had to go through the whole haunted house. Yeah, dude, that shit was too much for me.
That's horrible. I would have been like, pineapples, like Kevin Hart.
They're like, that's not the word, bitch.
Yeah.
We said this podcast was going to be 30 minutes long.
Getting me pretty tipsy.
This is so gross. Like, the fact that I literally paid $14 for this.
I actually kind of like it.
How ghetto.
Stop.
It actually tastes like Moscato.
It tastes like a watered down Riesling. Like a really watered down one.
I feel like it tastes like Moscato.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's too sweet. It's called Leonard Crush. Leonard Crush.
Mm-hmm.
It's a P.S. Porter Michelsberg Spatlies.
Is it German? It's German.
I don't fucking know. But I think this is the lamest bottle of wine I've ever had. Besides Stella Rosa. Yeah, that bitch is lame. That's the only bitch I'm gonna hate
Okay,
on.
the peach one isn't that bad.
It's
some
5%,
berries.
bro. It's 5% alcohol.
Yeah, but throw some berries in there.
Like, how many stupid bottles of Stella do you have to go through to even get a slight buzz and a big-ass headache?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. If you drink Stella Rosa, please.
Stop. We went through this already.
Stop drinking that shit. Get this lame-ass bottle. It's 7.5% alcohol.
Strange taste buds.
When he wants to be.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
Let's not front in front of all these people.
Yeah.
But don't act like just a couple weeks ago you wasn't with them out here disrespecting me. That was beautiful.
Stupid ass.
That was beautiful. What is your song?
Okay. Joey Badass.
Oh.
Temptation.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I didn't think this through.
You didn't?
I really like this song. The one on TikTok that goes, do whatever you want. I don't care. It's called Jealous by I Dress.
I've never heard it.
No, it's really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you see that, that TikTok of some girl saying, tell me why my boyfriend asked me why Cali Cheese named a song after hot sauce.
Oh, Tapatio, but it's
Telepatia.
Telepatia. It's Telepatia.
Yeah, telepathy.
She said Telepatia.
Telepatia. But yeah, that's my song. Time with you. I like spending time with just us sometimes, you know?
Me too.
Other people are cool, but
it's not sister bonding.
There's nothing more better than having time alone with you.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that night that you and I just went out for ramen.
That was nice. We needed that.
Yeah, next time I'm going to take you to this other spot, and we'll drink some sake.
We should.
Yeah. The sake drunk is pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
Have you ever been sake drunk?
No, I've never had sake.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I introduce you to some?
All right, before we go, follow us at Unwind the Talk Show on. So yeah, check us out. Give us feedback. Let us know what you think.
I don't know. Give us suggestions, and maybe one day we'll invite you.
We definitely want to have more people on the show. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care, everyone. Be safe. And wash your hands, you filthy animals.
And, like, that whole Texas thing, even if that happens in other parts of the world,
please
still
wear
your
mask.
fucking mask.
Yeah.
Fuck this old bastard saying not to.
Yeah, pretty much. Wear your mask. Be safe for yourself and for your family.
The cacosity.
All right. Goodbye.
I'm feeling it.